Welcome back to The Explainer. Okay, let's dive right into this because today we are undertaking an absolutely exhaustive, cinematic, deep dive into literally one of the most profound and mysterious teachings in the entire Zohar. We're exploring physical departure, death, but totally flipping the script on how we view it. We aren't looking at it as an end, no way. Instead, through the lens of Parashat Vayaki, we're looking at it as a flawlessly engineered cosmic data transfer. We're going to decode the ancient mystical architecture of the soul's departure, and we're translating it into a language that perfectly maps to modern systems engineering. So buckle up, because this is fundamentally going to change how you view the ultimate transition.
I want you to really visualize this with me. Picture a vivid 4K heritage scene. We're in the final moments before the soul's departure. The Zohar paints this incredibly rich, almost unbelievable picture, where these unseen realms suddenly just crack wide open. You've got celestial proclamations echoing through the shimmering air. Mysterious, ethereal birds are acting as messengers, darting between dimensions. And there are these subtle, almost imperceptible omens rippling through the actual fabric of nature itself. It's a breathtaking scene of preparation. The text actually says, "And the days of Israel drew near to die," which signals not some sudden system crash, but the initiation of a highly anticipated, deeply structured sequence. It's like the heavens are preparing to receive an absolute VIP.
So, here is today's system diagnostic menu to guide us. First, the cosmic shutdown protocol. Second, alerts, meaning omens and birds. Third, the mechanics of the Sephirot shutdown. Fourth, data migration, covering numbers and colors. Fifth, the multi-gen endgame. And finally, number 6, returning to the source.
All right, booting up Section 1, the Cosmic Shutdown Protocol.
Now here is the absolute sod, the deep, deep secret hidden in the texts of the Zohar and the Ari. The departure of the soul is functionally identical to a master system shutdown. Think about what happens when you shut down a massive, complex computer server. Background processes don't just pull the plug. They begin to terminate gracefully. Networks send out final diagnostic pings, your vital data packets, which in this case are the Nefesh, the Ruach, and the Neshama, are verified, compressed, and prepped for a totally secure transfer to a higher server. The physical body? That's really just the local hardware powering down so the operating system can seamlessly migrate to the cloud.
Moving on to Section 2, Alerts, Omens, and Birds.
Okay, so the ancient text describes mystical bird messengers and celestial proclamations echoing through the spiritual atmosphere. But when you translate this into modern terms, it kind of hits you right between the eyes. These are cross-network system alerts. Just like an IT network sends out automated diagnostic pings to the admins when a server is going offline, the spiritual realm uses these angelic birds, messengers like Sandalphon and Metatron that are mentioned in our sources, to broadcast across spiritual dimensions. They're basically letting the entire network know that a soul packet is preparing for upload.
Now, what's really interesting about this timeline of alerts is how precise it is. 30 days prior to the final power down, a major background process terminates. The Zohar, along with the writings of Rabbi Chaim Vital, talk about the loss of the Tzelem, the spiritual shadow. When the decree is issued, this protective overlay, this unique energetic signature, is completely revoked. It's the first major system alert. Following this, the dimensional firewalls actually thin out, which allows ministering angels to arrive on site. They're essentially serving as the IT technicians facilitating the final hardware detachment.
Okay, Section 3, Mechanics, specifically the Sephirotic system shutdown.
This is the absolute core of the cosmic engineering. We're looking at a precise 6-step data migration process. It begins at Kader, the root command. This is the ultimate ping from the system administrator above initiating the shutdown. Next, it moves to Chokhmah, which is the initial awakening or state change within the local hardware. Then we hit Binah, where the soul actually processes the understanding of the transition, basically compiling its data. As we move down the system, Tiferet steps in to balance the life force, gradually and smoothly powering down the physical organs. Then Yesod acts as the secure channel, the port that officially releases the data stream. And finally, Malchut, the physical realm, experiences the absolute final, complete detachment from the physical motherboard. It is just a breathtakingly orderly sequence.
Let's jump to Section 4, Data Migration, looking at numbers and colors.
Let's do a quick rapid-fire breakdown of the system metrics here. First up, the number 3. This represents the 3 stages of soul departure.
and it corresponds directly to the triad of the soul's data packets. You've got the nefesh, which is the lower physical data, the ruach, representing the emotional processing unit, and the neshara, the higher intellectual core. All three of these packets absolutely must sync up before the final upload. Instantly hitting the number 7. In our cosmic shutdown model, 7 represents the total completion of the life cycle. It's the ultimate sealing of the earthly data cycle. Think about it, 7 days of creation, 7 days of mourning. It is the system fully recognizing that a completed loop of localized processing has successfully concluded. And finally, the number 10. This signifies the full return of the soul across all 10 Sephirot. It's basically the ultimate confirmation receipt, verifying that the entire system structure has been traversed and the data packet has been perfectly, seamlessly integrated back into the master server. And this brilliantly illustrates the environmental conditions at the celestial threshold. As the soul uploads, it encounters a literal river of fire, Nehar Dinur. The red here represents Gevora, or judgment. Think of it acting as a massive system firewall. It scans the incoming data packet and burns away any corrupted earthly attachments. But right beyond it is white, representing Chesed and Rachamim, mercy. This beautiful white light acts as a secure, encrypted tunnel, safely guiding the pure soul straight into the higher dimensions.
All right, bringing us to Section 5, the multi-gen endgame. So depending on how your brain processes information, you can kind of pick your lens here. Through a video game lens, your character is nearing the endgame. You start receiving UI alerts, the shadow fades, celestial guides appear, you've completed the main quest, you leave the current map, pass through the fiery boss-level gate, and boom, you level up to the higher realm. On the flip side, through a cosmic engineering lens, the localized server, the body, is depreciating. The sysadmin schedules a structured shutdown, passes the data through a strict firewall, and transfers it via a secure line to the master server. But honestly, both lenses reveal the exact same beautiful truth. There is no chaos here, only structured progression.
And finally, Section 6, returning to the source. So the crucial point is that this whole journey really boils down to 3 essential steps. First, your data is compiled. This is that ultimate life review where the soul acknowledges its earthly processes. Second, the firewalls are passed. It's a necessary, sometimes intense cleansing of the nefesh to drop any corrupted data. And third, safe passage to the higher server. It's a beautiful, truly peaceful return to the source where the soul, totally unburdened by localized hardware, just exists in pure, unfiltered connection. I really want to leave you with this final provocative thought. We just spent this entire explainer proving that our ultimate departure is absolutely not an accident. It is a flawlessly engineered, meticulously planned system shutdown. If the end of our physical processing is that intensely purposeful, well, how should that change the way we boot up our hardware every single morning? Every single day is basically a microcycle of this exact cosmic data transfer. So how are you writing your code today so that when your final upload happens, the firewall is a breeze and that white light is waiting for you?
Thank you for joining us for this complete journey through the Pardes. We hope these ancient truths help you and your family improve your own dimensions this week. If you enjoyed this full chapter deep dive, please like, subscribe, and share which part of the journey touched your soul in the comments. We'll see you in the next chapter.